Here. Fetch it up, Hallie. Had a girl. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. I'm out here in the dog's kennel. We finally got it set up for them. I showed y'all the metal building I bought about a month ago, but got it set up. They're loving it. Me and the wife are loving it. It's easy to take care of the dogs. My daughter can come out here and kind of hang out with us, and it's been great. But in today's video, go through how the start of the season's been. Started out a little rough. Hallie went in the heat the day before the season started, so it's mainly Chip, man, just he was just doing the work. I mean, he did great. He hasn't hunted a lot by himself, and I've seen that's kind of handicapped him a little bit, but I think, you know, having Hallie in heat, this gave him a great opportunity to really put things together, and it did, and I'm glad I ran him, you know, as much as I did. He did have a couple bump birds. I don't think he intentionally ever bumped the birds. He never established point, went in and ran the birds up.
Chip.
It just seemed like he kind of either came in on top of the birds on the, you know, the upwind side, or conditions have been really dry down here too. Not a lot of wind. Things are finally starting to change in the right direction here in the past week or so, but we had a bad encounter with a rattlesnake. Hallie pointed a gopher toward his hole, and I started walking up. I actually had Clyde out there with her.
Hallie, no, Hallie, no.
He was running all over the hole, and I walk up, rattlesnake starts sticking his head out. Luckily, she didn't go in. Luckily, neither one of them got bit, but it's definitely scary. Snakes are something that, you know, I always keep in the back of my head, but it's not something that I just constantly worry about until you have a situation like that. But season's kind of been turning around. We've had some good covey rises, good points. Couple birds killed. It's been great. You know, you'll see all that in the video, and I hope y'all enjoy it. Thanks for watching.
Alright, we're gonna go straight into it. First couple hunts of the season were rough, but Chip ended up locking down this single right here and ended up getting a shot off at him.
Fetch it up, Chip.
We struggled to find this bird, but Chip ends up finding it and finally getting the retrieve on it.
Here. Hold. Give it. Good boy.
So a couple days later, I put Hallie on the ground by herself. I was trying to run her and Chip separately. She was in heat, so it was kind of a mess there for a little bit, but she started tracking these birds, and as you'll see through the whole span of the video, she worked them for, you know, maybe 100 yards, and I don't know if they were running from her or if she just smelled where they had been, but there was absolutely no wind, and pretty proud of her for actually pinning these birds down. So at this point, I'm thinking she's just pointing deer because there's deer running everywhere in front of her. But she wasn't.
Fetch it up, Hallie. Had a girl. Hallie. Fetch it in here. Hallie. Fetch it up. Had a girl. Mr. Bob. Come here, baby. Here. Hallie, here. Hold it. Here. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
So the same afternoon, I was hunting this clear cut, and this kind of seems to be the trend from this season, is just finding clear cuts and hunting them. Hunting up in the ponds, and it just hasn't seemed to pay off. So we just been working the clear cuts a little bit, hunting the edges of them, and Chip ends up going on point. Of course, I whiff, and the rest of the covey ends up getting up behind me.
Boy, Chip.
So after we found that covey, Chip ends up pointing a couple singles, and I normally don't hunt down singles, but Chip's been having a rough season, and I figured I'd kind of let him point some birds, shoot some birds over him. So these next few clips, I'm just gonna let y'all watch. I'm not gonna say much, and yeah.
Boy, Chip. Fetch him up. Fetch it up. Here. 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 Heel. Fetch. Good boy. Here. Here. Hold. Hold.
So in this video, y'all are
Hold.
gonna hear me harping on Chip a little bit on hold,
Good
and
boy.
it may sound like I'm
Attaboy.
harping on him, but I'm kind of working with him a little bit.
Good
We've
boy,
almost
Chip.
got the
Come on,
retrieve
let's go.
like 100%, but we're right there, and there's just a few little things we got to work on, and some reminders to just hold that bird.
Good dog.
Good dog.
Fetch it up. Attaboy. Chip. Fetch it up. Here. Good boy. Hold it. Here. 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 Hold. Hold. Good. Give it. Atta boy. Fetch it up. Fetch it in here. Fetch it up here. Hold it. Morning, guys. We're out here super early in the morning to meet up with my buddy Ben and his dad Keith, and we got a quota hunt we're gonna go to. If y'all watched last year, we had the same quota hunt and did pretty good. So hopefully we get out here. We got some good weather, got a good wind. Should be a fun time, but it's early, about 3:30 in the morning. It's about a 3.5 hour drive for us, so it's gonna be a little ride. But y'all stick with us, and hopefully we'll have something for y'all to see. Appreciate y'all watching.
So this place kind of kicked our butts this year. We got on birds a lot quicker last year. We kind of moved around, checked out some different habitat types, and ended up finding some birds later on in the afternoon. So like I said, we kind of struggled and bounced around to a bunch of different spots. And this was the last run of the day. You'll hear my buddy Ben's dog Gunner barking in the background. He was not happy we were hunting this close to the truck and leaving him in the dog box. But we're walking down this row, and this seems to be like a planted field they had. And Chip locks up on point. You'll see what happens next.
Oh, there's birds.
Good boy, Chip.
Good boy, Chip.
Y'all ain't cut it here. I had one of my legs.
Well, Chip had him right there. I knew whenever Gray went in there and knocked him, and he didn't move.
I hit one of the legs.
I was not expecting it, man. Did you hear him or something?
I seen him.
Oh, okay.
And I was like,
So the dogs are pretty whooped at this point. After that, we found that covey. We went and chased down some of the singles. Ben ended up shooting one, and we never found it, but we searched for that bird for probably 10-15 minutes. We came back around. We were just going to head back to the truck, and Chip decides he's not done yet.
Ain't no way.
So I know it looks like I kind of shot close to Ben's dad down there, but he's a good 120 yards away, and I made sure I didn't swing across in his direction.
Did we kill any, Ben? Did you? Atta man, Chip.
Gray was pointing him.
I saw him, and then he kind of went on. The wind's blowing. It's barely blowing right here, though, man.
Good boy.
Boy, Chip, hold it. Give it. Atta man.
Sweet. Finally.
So in the next few clips, we ended up chasing down some of them singles. Ben's got his really young dog out, and he was pointing some singles, working a little bit, just kind of working these birds. So we ended up shooting a couple birds over them.
That's a banded bird. Just about couldn't get my safety off.
I bet that's what game it was smelling right here. He pointed right here.
Dead bird, Nelly. More. Johnny.
Here. Hold it. Here. Chip. Here. Give it. Give it. Give it. It ain't banded, but it's got a collar on it.
Does it?
That's a big old hen.
Big bird, yeah.
So as we were walking, Ben's dog Gray
Ben.
kind of comes up behind me and beside me, and all of a sudden I look down and he's just locked up on a single.
I saw where that bird went.
Yeah. That one went down right there too. Poor Gunner. He's like, hey! They're having the time of their lives.
Good boy, Gray.
Chip,
Yeah, that bird pinned it.